Hey Neapolitan fans, Neapolitangal here. This is going to be take 2 because I was a big dummy. So today I am going to do a full face of makeup. I'm going to do halvesies, just like Jeffree Star does with a lot of his comparisons. I'm going to show you a half a face with an Ulta palette, one of their like jewelry box looking palettes. I'm also going to show you the other half of the face, the Morphe palette. I got a Morphe palette for Christmas. So, going to show you the Morphe stuff real fast. Actually, no, I'll show you the Ulta. I kind of screwed up when I started the video, so a few things are already open, but that's okay. So first up is I'm actually going to use a real beauty blender. Ta-da! Instead of using these cheapies from the Dollar Tree. I treated myself for Christmas. I'm going to be using this, whoops, beautiful Ulta box that I got for Christmas from one of my best friend, Jamie. It comes with 40 eyeshadows, 7 blushes, 4 highlighters, 4 glitter top coats, 3 eyeshadow bases, 3 brow creams, 3 shiny lip glosses, 3 bronzers, 2 setting powders, 2 eyeliner pencils, 1 matte lipstick, 1 face primer. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and I might just follow you back. 1 blush brush, 1 eyeshadow brush, 1 brow brush. It's called Ulta Beauty Flirty and Flawless. And so we're just going to be concentrating on the products you see here, plus their face primer here. One of their brushes, and maybe lipstick. I don't know yet with the lipstick. So for Christmas, I actually asked for a Jeffree Star mystery box. Everybody in my family missed it. They went so fast. So what we are going to do is my mom actually got me a Morphe mystery box. And they're still available. So the mystery box I'm going to show you, the mystery box itself is still available. I can't say that the contents will be exactly the same. That's what makes them a mystery. But ta-da! So this is Morphe I Love Mysteries 5-piece eye collection. Mine came with a palette, came with 3 brushes and a set of falsies. The falsies are called Posh Premium Lashes, and here they are. I am not applying these lashes today because I'm not going anywhere tonight. Now, if this were tomorrow night, I'd put them on because I've got something to do tomorrow night. Let me show you real quick how this looks inside. Now, the brush packs are empty. I've already opened them up. They're laid out on my table, but I literally just opened them up. So this is what you get. In this box, you get the shredded crepe paper. You get your palette or whatever items you have. They're kind of nicely laid out in here. So real quick, let's see if I can pick out the brushes I got here. I've got them laid out on the table with the brushes that are fairly comparable. Another set of brushes I'm going to show you. 524. Okay, so our first one is this one here. This is the Morphe M524 medium shadow fluff brush. Our next one is the Deluxe Pointed Blender Brush. This is M412, which is going to be this one here. This is what I'll end up blending out my cut crease with. I can show you that. Okay. And then our last one is the bigger one. This one is the Duo Jumbo Crease Brush. And that is the M461. Now I'm going to have all this information on my left over here. So you guys will be, I'm actually pointing to my right, but to my left, there will be a little storyboard showing you all this stuff. Again, if you get this mystery box, probably not getting what I got. You might, but you're probably not. So, 25A, Copper Spice. Now, I have already opened this up a couple of times. I have not used it yet, though. And we'll go through the colors real quick. I'm not going to do, I might do a few swatches, but what I'm really going to try to do is match my look from here to the Ulta box. And hopefully my husband doesn't get home from work before I get finished with this. So I will tell you there was a little bit of fallout with this. When I got it, but I think it had one hell of a ride to get here. So we're going to start here. This is Overcast, Sand Dollar, where are we at here? Penne, Layered, and Sunrise. Then this is Nickel, Lit, Tan Lines, Mojave, like the desert, Sweet Mango. Back over here we have Afterlife, Oasis, Version, Radar, Chase. Then we've got Foxy, Rose Gold, Polished, Sunbeam, Ember. And the last row is Brass, Just Shadow, Suede, Destination, and Unveil. You know, it's funny, it just seems like, I don't know, it just seems like some of those colors just don't match, some of the color names just don't match the colors. We have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17 mattes, and then you have the shimmers. You can see the shimmers. There are 5 here across that row, and then 3 down here. So now I'm also going to be using one brush from the Ulta set, and that is going to be the, they don't name their brushes, okay. So just the Ulta eyeshadow, which is a nice little brush here. Using that for comparable to this. Obviously there's no comparison on any of these brushes, but the brush set that I am going to be using, apart from that one Ulta brush, because it was the only one, even with the ones I'm getting ready to show you, that even come close to probably doing what it needs to do. So I'm going to be using the 3 Morphe brushes that I got, and then I'm going to be using a couple of these brushes. These are Paris Hilton, obviously, brushes. This is a Let It Glow 7-piece total face brushes, and I'm using, with that Morphe 461, I'm going to be using her, a little on the messed up side, looks like, all over lid brush. I'm going to be using this brush. And I'm going to have all the information for these brushes out to the side over here too. And then for the Morphe M524 brush, I am going to be using her, is this the eyeliner brush? Yeah, I'll be using the eyeliner brush. That was the closest thing in here, because all of these brushes, the 3 bigger ones, are big. So I'm going to be using her eyeliner brush. I think that tip is just a little bit big for eyeliner anyway. And then I did show you already the Morphe M412. I'm using the Ulta eyeshadow brush. I've already showed you that, but I'm going to show you again. Okay, so here are our product comparisons. You've seen the two eyeshadow face kits. I've actually already used some of the products out of the Ulta kit. I used those yesterday at Christmas, for Christmas actually. But here's what we're going to do. We are actually going to compare face products. Now I've already put on my face cream. It's one of the ones that that I use. I think it was a Lumini one that I did in my Wish haul. It was with some of my Amazon stuff. But this is what we're going to do. Is I'm going to show you the other products. So half my face is going to have the Ulta Poreless Face Primer, and you'll have to forgive here. I'm right under a light. Compared to the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. That's the pink one that they have. Then I am going to use going to be using this Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation, medium to full coverage. Jeffree Star actually reviewed this a while back and he loved it. I'm also going to use the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Now the e.l.f. is natural, 8311 fair to light with neutral undertones. This is one of my favorite foundations until I found the Dollar General one. Dollar General Believe Beauty is in medium to full coverage. It is soft beige. I've already showed you this, but I forgot to tell you the color. This is in soft beige. Now I have the finishing powder here. This is also Dollar General. This is Stay Matte Powder. And does it give me a color? Silky beige. I don't know if I'll use the yellow undertone one or just the pure white one from the Ulta package. And then I have contour. I've got LA Colors contour here that I think I'll continue to use. I'll use that with the Dollar General stuff. I'll use some of the bronzers from the Ulta pack with my e.l.f. I also have a highlighter in the Ulta. I'll continue with the LA Colors with the Dollar General stuff. This is a pink lavender color. Just a beautiful shimmer. I love this. I use this every time I put makeup on. This goes on my cheeks. And with that, we'll use the Paris Hilton fan brush. We'll use this for both products. Since I only have 3 Morphe brushes, there's no comparison brush there. There's no comparison brush with the Ulta package either. And then the Ulta lip products are the ones I have here. Depending on the colors I decide to go with for my face will be what I go with. So those are the ones that came in my Ulta box. So let's jump right in. Now, I'm not going to be looking up at the camera. I'm going to be doing my face in my mirror down here. And really wishing I had my glasses at the same time. Forgive my hair. Once my makeup is all done, I'll do my hair because I have my stuff right here with me. So, we're doing Poreless Face Primer. For the primers, I'm just going to use my hands. So, this primer didn't come with a whole lot, but I only need a half a face worth. So, I'll have to go in and compare what they actually charge for these products. So, we're going to go. Now, my problem spot is right here. I get very, really know what word I want to use that I end up getting there. And that's both areas. My pores are big time right there. And, ooh, wow, it's shiny. So then we're going to go for my e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. It's actually a white color, but it goes on clear. Whereas the Ulta Beauty one came out, you know, came out clear and went on clear. So I am going right down the middle of my forehead, right down the middle of my nose. And there we go. So right away I can see that the Ulta one is very, it's still very shiny compared to my e.l.f. one. Now let's see what we have here. Foundations. So this is the Believe Beauty, Dollar General. Never in a million years would have tried this stuff if it hadn't been for Jeffree Star. My beauty blender has doubled in size. I put water on it before I started the video. And let's blend it out. I had to travel last week and I went to a local department store. And I always like to check their makeup. And I'm like, you know what? I'm Christmas shopping. I know I'm already getting a makeup kit for Christmas from my mom. And I need new brushes. And I know nobody's getting me brushes. I just didn't realize there might be actually brushes in my makeup kit. But it wasn't a full set. So that's why I ended up getting the Paris Hilton ones. I'm like, well, you know, why not? So I actually wrapped those up myself and put them under the tree. So. Okay, so. Now I am going to do a cut crease. I'm going to show you guys a trick that I have taught myself with a cut crease. And it's a really great trick. You know, I don't want to have, wow, look at the difference. You know, I don't want to have 8 or 10 different products or whatever in my makeup bag to do one thing. None of us want to do that. So I decided not to. I decided to come up with something on my own and using a product that I already have in my bag, so that I'll use the fat end of my beauty blender to do this. This is the e.l.f. But I decided that, you know, I didn't want to have a second concealer in my bag when one is sufficient. You know, no more often than I actually use makeup, one is very sufficient. You know, one less product I've got to throw out when it's gone bad or whatever. So. I'll use a little bit more. So that's why when I first started learning to do the cut crease, I did it the way that all the videos on YouTube said to do it, and a few on Facebook. And I'm like, you know, no, it just seems like way too much trouble. So what I did, and I'll show you in a little bit, is I came up with a simpler way to do a cut crease. To do a cut crease without having to have a separate concealer color completely in my bag. And I did buy a concealer that, you know, I thought would work, but it's just, you know, it's like, why bother, you know? So now my e.l.f. is a little shinier than my Flawless Beauty, but that's okay. All right, so what colors do I want to go in with here? So I think I'm going to use these two brushes for my upper lids, and then we'll go from there. I am going to use color Nickel. Okay, I'm going to use the color Nickel from my Morphe palette, and I'll show you that color in a minute. As compared with, turn my palette a little bit. So Nickel was that color there, which is very similar to 3 Down 1 Over, which is very similar to Matte Caramel. Where's that Camel? Oh, Matte Camel from Ulta. So this is going to be my brush I use for the Ulta, and that's Matte Camel. And I'm going to put that all over my left eyelid. Actually a really nice color. It's not too bad. I don't really see any fallout, so yeah, so that's not bad at all. So then I'm going to go in with the Nickel. Where did my, oh, there it is. I'm going to do Nickel on this eye. Oh yeah, those are almost the same color, which is good. Now right away the Morphe brush just lays this down so much better. I also know it's a better product, so I might maybe go back in a little bit with my Paris Hilton brush, the all over lid brush. And this again is something Camel? Matte Camel. But they are very similar in colors, so I'm not mad at either one. Okay, so now here comes my trick. So for a cut crease, usually companies will have you use, where did my concealer go? Most companies will have you use a concealer to do your cut crease. My concealer vanished. I wonder if my Paris Hilton box got on top of it. Oh, standing straight up, didn't see it. Most people who do a cut crease have you use a concealer with a doe foot. I stopped doing that immediately after I figured out an easier way. And my easier way is a white crayon eyeshadow. And the only requirement for that white crayon eyeshadow is to use it clean, because otherwise it's not white. So all over my lid and lash line, straight on with the crayon, see? I've got big enough lids that I can do this and not really have to do anything else with it. So. You can flare everything out if you want, but see, it's much easier, and I've actually got to cut that down before I use it again, but there we go. Now, I'm going to go in with this brush. This is the Morphe M461, and then also the eyeliner brush from Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton's going to be here, Morphe is going to be here. So let's go in with a little bit deeper color, and then we'll blend everything out. So the deeper color that I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with the Morphe Afterlife, which is going to be very similar. Oh yes, there we go. Which will be very similar to Shimmer Berry by Ulta. So first we're going for Shimmer Berry. Unfortunately, it is a shimmer for this particular color. They don't have a non-shimmer version of it, so I just gotta kind of deal with it, right? They shimmer on one eye and no shimmer on the other. So this is the Fairy Berry, Shimmer Berry on this side. You know, I had much better luck yesterday with their green color. The green color that I used yesterday for Christmas was much better than this. Going on, at least. I don't know why. Now when my face is all done, we're actually going to do a swatch of the Morphe palette. I might actually have to go with my finger on this one. This is just not laying out like I want it to. Oh. Okay, there we go. Alright, so not too bad so far. My other half called in. So, okay, so on the lid here, I put on the Shimmer Berry on this lid. I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit more because it's not showing up. It has no payoff at all. So it's may just be one of those colors you have to build. I don't know. I hate having to build colors because if you want it too dark, you know, if you want it dark like the color is supposed to look, it takes so much. Okay, so that was the color that we are comparing with Afterlife, I believe. Third one down. Yeah, Afterlife. This is the Morphe M461 brush, and we're going in with Afterlife. This is Afterlife here. That puts a really nice color on that brush. Look at that, against that white background. Oh yeah. So over here so I can see what I'm doing. Oh my goodness, payoff immediately. There will be no having to build this. Now my right eye is a lazy eye, so there's actually nothing wrong with me, but it just happens to be a lazy eye. difference in colors. And in the pan, they're almost identical. So maybe I'll try a different brush. Let's see what else I've got here that would even compare. Well, I have the Ulta blush brush. I guess that I could try and see if I could go in with that. It's the only thing even remotely comparable to what I just used for my Morphe brush. Yeah, that doesn't even pick up any color at all. Well, let's hop into my bag of tricks here for a minute. Let's see what I got. Let's try this brush. I just picked up some weird brushes recently, and that might just do the trick. Let's see if I can... You know, it may have just been the brush I was using, so that gives me a little bit more payoff. Colors are slightly different. That's okay. All right. So now we need to do the crease. I've already done my cut crease, but now we just need to go in with the crease with one other color. What color do I want to go in with? I'm thinking right below Afterlife is Foxy. Looks very similar to 2 up, 3 across. Shimmer Clay. So I'll show you Foxy. Foxy is actually a shimmers right here. And then the Shimmer Clay is almost identical in hue from the Ulta palette. So first we're going with the Ulta brush and Shimmer Clay. Oh yeah, this automatically has payoff. And then we're going to go right into the crease. Okay, so that, I think I might have knocked off too much of it, so. Oh yeah. So, and then that one is, that was Foxy, which is that shimmer shade. And all right. So let's finish up the products here. Now that weird little set again, I'm going to go in with this brush to put on my my concealer. So. Alright, I like these brushes. They're actually from the Dollar Tree. You can find whole sets of these around, and I actually would like a whole set of them. I'm thinking about buying a whole set, but it helps you get into the grooves with your concealer so much better. So, more or less, I just need concealer under the under eyes, because I only go way too much. My husband and I were just having a conversation before I come back on camera. A friend of ours, an older gentleman, has me helping with his computer. I do have a computer degree, and he needs my help. Well, it's already 6:30 at night here. Tomorrow I'm busy. Saturday and Sunday I'm busy. I've already got commitments. So I have honestly zero time to go and help him out with his computer until Monday. And I hate to tell him that. I'm kind of hoping he's got this one program on his computer, on his laptop, that I use for my, relatives. That I could just pop on his computer instead, and, from right here where I live, and not have to worry about it. So, all right. So, I used a concealer on both sides, same concealer. Yeah. This eye is more brown, this eye is more red. So next, we are going to go in with the Ulta black eyeliner pencil and the e.l.f. black eyeliner pencil. e.l.f. Ulta. So, I don't much care for black eyeliner only because it doesn't like to come off my skin very easily. So down here in the waterline, okay, so that is the Ulta black pencil on my waterline and on my upper lash, upper lid, and then we're going to go in with the e.l.f. one. One side is matte, one side is shimmer. I think we'll go in with the matte. Now, I've been using e.l.f. products for a long time. Probably not quite as long as they've been out, but darn close. And I like e.l.f. products, you know. They're affordable. Okay, right away I do see a big difference in my e.l.f. versus the Ulta. Is the Ulta makes my eye look wide open, whereas the e.l.f. not quite. Get it down here, my waterline on both sides, so I have a full comparison. Okay, that's a little better. Looks like more of a complete eye now. And then we'll get, I don't mind, we'll finish that off. Then we'll get in there with other products, but I think for this one, the Ulta wins. It could be just because this is a, this is a thicker pencil. That's probably all that really is, the difference of. Now, what's this brow? I'm actually going to use the Ulta brow brush, I think, to put some shade on my under eyes. So for that one, we'll go in with the Morphe, oh, I lost the thingy, here it is. Gonna go in with the Morphe Destination, and that is very similar to 3 up on the left side. That's very similar to Matte Chocolate. So for this, I guess I will, I don't know. I guess we'll use the Paris Hilton eyeliner brush for this one. For the e.l.f. side, well, for the Morphe side. So we're going to go in with the Matte Chocolate, Ulta, and then we'll go in with Destination with Morphe. So this is the Ulta brow brush, and I go right under the eye. Okay. And then we're we'll go in with the destination on this side. I'm thinking that I'm just supposed to use the tip on this, so we'll see. Okay. Now I can tell you that fallout wise, I have more fallout on the Morphe side than I do the Ulta side. And I'm not using really that much difference in the brushes that I'm using. So let's see here. Now we're going to go in with some contour. So let's close up our Morphe palette for now. LA Colors Contour and Highlight Palette. For that, we are going to use the let's see if Paris actually has a contour brush here. Powder, eyeliner, angled, contour. Okay, the funky looking one. Oh, duh, it says contour right on it. Okay, so we are going to go in with her contour brush. The reason I'm looking is that the pictures that she has on her box are actually different than the brush you actually wind up with. So there is no banding on her brushes. So that's why you look at it, you're like, it's not the brush. So we're going to go in with LA Colors. I'm not going to put a whole lot because it is pretty dark. Right under here. Over here. Across my nose. Whoops. You're probably saying she just goofed up. Yeah, I did. That's okay. I put it on really light anyway, so it's alright. So for Halloween, I was Maleficent, and I learned how to cut my cheeks pretty good with the contour. And then across half my face, half my forehead, and my jawline. So right off the bat, 'cause I've used this contour. This contour brush is not very good. She has a couple other brushes in this brush set that would have been much better for a contour brush, but I'm having to squish it. You should never have to squish your brushes to make, a product work. And especially it's a product that you know works because you've already used it. Alright, so contour on the one side. So now we're going to use this funky little contour brush here and contour with this Ulta palette. We're going to go in with light to medium matte bronzer. Okay. This is the light to medium matte bronzer. It's not quite as dark as what I just put on the other side, so this is a contour brush. Now right away you can see a huge difference in how this went on versus this. And I think it's all in the brush, honestly. So I'm going to take this Ulta Beauty one. See if I can dial that down some. If not, I might just have to go in with my beauty blender and blend that out. This holy contour Batman. Okay, so what brush was this anyway? This was a blush brush. Okay. All right. So what have we got left? We got lips and eyelashes. Oh, and brows. Okay, so we're going to use the Ulta Beauty brown eyeliner pencil for my brows. For the one side. And then and there's a brow pencil here someplace, a brow brush. Ah, there we go. Fill that in some. And then for a comparable product, it's not going to be nearly as dark, is going to be this I want to say this was Wet n Wild. It's all worn off now, so it's hard to see. Going a little bit darker with that. And this has a brush on the end of it. And now just a lip product. Okay, so the only lip products I took out. Oh, I gotta do face powder. Okay, so this is a Stay Matte. This is gonna be on this side. This is the Stay Matte blush, not blush, powder, foundation, finishing powder, whatever you want to call it. And I actually like this. And then we'll put some blush on. I forgot blush. And this is, I think I'll go for the white finishing powder on this side. This is the Ulta side I'm doing now. And then one last thing, well, two last things actually. We'll go back in with this one and we'll do a blusher. We'll do the same blush on both sides and then just bring out a blush. We're going a little bit darker, so I'm going to go with a little bit darker. Alright, so. And the only thing left to do is my highlight. And I don't have a highlight brush, and so anything we're but going this one, to so do a highlight. LA Colors highlight on this side, and then we'll grab a highlight out of there that somewhat matches. This fan brush is the bomb. Picks up so much. So across the top of the cheekbone. On top of my brow. And Cupid's bow. Alright, so there's that, and I'll do my hair real fast. I'm not going to do anything special to it, we'll just do it real fast. when I'm done with this next one. But we're going to do some Morphe swatches before I guess I'll do my hair first, then we'll do some Morphe swatches. Okay, so now we're going to go in with this brush, the fan brush from Paris Hilton. And we're going to go in, oh, here we go. Pink highlighter. Rose gold highlighter is the closest thing to what I just used. So this is the Ulta box palette. And boy, I don't hardly see anything on that palette resembling a highlighter. I love this brush, but for that palette, that is not coming out. So we're going to go in with this brush here. This is Paris Hilton's foundation brush, but I use something similar to this before I bought these brushes for my highlighter. So well, if that's supposed to be a highlighter, it sure ain't doing much, is it? Let's try a little bit lighter color. Wow, well, a little bit, but nothing like the LA colors. Let's go with even lighter. Wow, hardly anything there. Oh, there we go. We got some payout now. And Cupid's bow on this side, and all right, so now I do want to show you one more product. I know, one more. This is a product. I gotta get some eyeshadow, mascara on too. But this product I'm going to show you is one I got as a free sample in the mail. And I really love it, actually. I got it, I guess I got it back in September, I think. But it is UZ eye-opening liner. It is a red color. I honestly couldn't tell you the color, but here it is. It's liquid, so we're good. If you didn't know, or you've never tried it, eyeliner can be used as lip liner. And I like this, and I actually have a reddish color in the Ulta lipsticks that came in, that I got some. This gives you that nice, sharp outline. And this is great for people like me who don't have much in the way of lips. My upper lips are fairly thin, so a nice darker liquid liner like this helps us, gives us a little bit more of a lip look. And then we're going to use Ulta Beauty Shiny Lip Gloss. Let's see, I don't think there are any of these colors or lipsticks on this. Rose gold eyeshadow base and top coats. But again, we're not going out anywhere, so look how well that matches. Okay, so let's do our mascara. This is a Wet n Wild mascara. Since I've gotten into makeup more recently than I have been in the past, I'll probably start buying better brands, but you know, when you have to throw this stuff out as frequently as you do, you tend not to buy the expensive stuff. Hurts less. You have to throw it out. You know, a $2 or $3 mascara doesn't hurt nearly as bad as a $10 or $12 mascara when your time is up with it. Now I can tell you, I mean, right here in this mirror, that LA Colors highlighter has more of a, almost like a glitter look to it, whereas this is actually flat against my skin. So, all right. So, I'm not going to do much with my hair. I'm going to grab some hairspray. I'm going to grab a hairbrush. Take down my hair. Ooh, I will show you guys a trick though. Because I'm a natural blonde. And blondes go white, we don't go gray. So because I'm a natural blonde, and I'm older, I'm starting to get, you know, the gray roots right there. Excuse me for a second. And let's see what I wound up doing with this one product that I'm looking for. It's kind of a cool little trick. I learned this, I want to say from Shay. Here it is. And I'll link her down below. I'm pretty sure she's the one I got this from. Not the product, just the idea. But, Shay Whitney, there we go. But, if you've got, no matter what kind of color hair you got, if you got grays or white hairs, you can take a brow gel and just kind of comb that in. Comb that right into your hair, temples, and bangs area. And I got some chunk for some reason. But as you can see, it's colored my hair nicely without having to go color your hair. Especially if you decide to go out someplace and you're like, oh no, my grays are showing. Okay, so, but because I only have really the white spot here, I do usually one of these things. And there you go. All right, so, let's get a little closer. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to bring you down. My battery is dying on my phone, so we want to do these swatches quickly. I'm not going to swatch the Ulta palette. There's just, there's way too many products there to swatch. We are going to swatch the 25 out of the Morphe palette. I'm going to do them all on my arm and wrist, so I'll take my Fitbit off because I'm going to need the space. And then we'll go from there. So, let's see what we got here. Oh, backwards. Okay. So, you know what? I think I'm going to lean this up against my Morphe box so I can read them. And we're going to bring you guys down. Okay. See my boobs. All right, so we're going to get our Morphe palette out here. This is the Copper Spice. There's our palette one more time. And let's just do finger swatches. So our first one is Overcast. I'll do it on my hand here. That one's a very light color. Let's go on the inner wrist instead. Be right back. Okay, so I had to change a few things up. So I had changed the orientation of my camera, so got some shinies all over me. That's okay. So we're going to go in with the palette. So this again is the Copper Spice 25 product palette. Here is our palette. And let's see if I can prop that up against me. So our first one is called Overcast. And we're going to try it right here on my wrist. A little bit. Across the top row. The next one is Sand Dollar. Okay. The next one is Penne. Let's get a clean finger here. Okay. So let's go back in with these other two. So this one again was Overcast. These lighter colors, you definitely have to build them. This one was Sand Dollar. Looks nothing like a real sand dollar, let me tell you. Real sand dollars are gray until they die, then they turn white. Next one is going to be Layered. Oh my goodness. Wowee. Then Sunrise. Okay. Then over here, Nickel. And then we have Lit. Oh wow, look at that. Beside Lit, we have Tan Lines. And we have Mojave. And then Sweet Mango. Afterlife is one of the colors I actually put on already. This is Afterlife. Then we have Oasis. After that we have Version. And Radar. And Chase. On my wrist. We're going to be going in with Foxy, which is one of the colors I used on my crease. There you go. Next we have Rose Gold. And then Polished. These obviously are your shimmers. Sunbeam. Now this one's really sort of looks like what a sunbeam would look like. Ember. And then our last 5 I'm going to do vertically here so you can see. There we go. Bottom row, we are at brass. And then just shadow. That one's like a grayish black almost. Suede. Destination is one of the colors I use when I did my makeup. And Unveil is almost a solid black. And there we have all 25 shades. It's a great palette, especially somebody with fair skin like me. Being fair-skinned, other than the light shades obviously, being fair-skinned, okay, so yeah, being fair-skinned, it really makes it, you know, tough for some of the lighter shades to show up on people that have very fair skin. For other people, light shades would show up very well, but I'm very pale. I spend most of my time inside. Let me show you the colors real quick of the Ulta pack. These are the face colors. I am not a pinky pink person, but I may try some of those sometime. And then you have this down here. Now I used, which green did I use? I used that darker green right there yesterday for Christmas when I did my makeup. And a couple of the browns in there too, but that's what I did my makeup with on Christmas. So, and then down here, this is empty, that's why I'm not opening it up. But down here is where all my, where the primer and the brushes and the lipsticks and things were down here. So, all right. Well, so yeah, well, I did my makeup. I don't know, you know, if you can see or not. My left over here is where I did the most of the LA colors. I did the Dollar General. Oh, my battery's about dead. The Dollar General makeups over here. Over here were the Morphe and e.l.f. It's the Morphe eyeshadows. Over here is the Ulta eyeshadows. And then the UZ lip liner, the Ulta lip gloss. I did the LA Colors shimmer on my cheeks, highlighter. I did the Ulta highlighter over here, and as you can see, it's got more of the flat versus the like glittery. On my eyes, on this one, I did the Ulta liner on this eye. I did the e.l.f. liner on that eye, and then I went under with different colors out of each palette. In all, I really don't see much difference in the foundations between my e.l.f. and the one from Dollar General. So let me know what you guys think. I did e.l.f. primer, e.l.f. foundation, e.l.f. liner on this side, and I did the Dollar General, no, I did the Ulta primer, the Dollar General foundation and powder over here, and I did the Ulta powder over here. So in all, I don't think it came out too bad. Let me know what you guys think. And Neapolitan Gal out. Y'all have a great, great evening.